Lady Wilhelmina is attending to a patron at present.
I'll try my luck elsewhere.
Have you given the matter some more thought, Wilhelmina? I would have no other as my personal courtesan. I want you all to myself. When I imagine you in the arms of another, my heart feels apt to rend itself from my breast.
Allard, pray forgive me, but I think 'twould be best for you to leave. We can discuss this matter another time.
But why? We've only just...
I am attending to a burden that all women must bear. I trust I need not elaborate further. I did not take you for the voyeuristic type. Why don't you come in? You have my thanks. Had I not noticed your presence, I might have slain him there and then. 'Tis no jest. You see, everything I've done these past few years has been leading up to this. But I cannot simply end his life. Oh no. I must first expose his misdeeds. Only then will I allow myself to grant him the miserable end he deserves. Or so I'd sworn, but I've yet to find a single shred of evidence. Perhaps the time has come to surrender this crusade. You would lend me your aid. And recall that I've devoted years of my life to his pursuit, with naught to show for my troubles. If the proof I seek yet exists, 'twill not be so easily. I suppose there is truly naught I can do. Save deliver him a gruesome demise for all to behold, that is. Still, if you insist upon searching for evidence of his crimes, 3 days. I will give you 3 days to... I shall wait patiently. Though... I don't imagine you'll find... Still, I shan't grant you more than 3 days. I am not in the mood. Do not forget.
Minister Allard is a noble, yes? Do you know of anyone privy to the goings-on in the palace?
A difficult choice, indeed.
All this quiet makes me itch to cause a stir. I'm in fine
Mayhap I'll come here whenever daytimes.
I could forget all my troubles here. It falls on me to resolve this.
You wish to expose Allard's misdeeds. I know not whether I can assist you in this, friend. Ah, but of course, Patrick may know aught that could aid you. Go to his manor come nightfall. If you say you are in my employ, you should be allowed entry with no issue.
I must ask you to leave this place at once.
Regent Kinsfen has been busy, it seems. Shall we meet with Lord Patrick come nightfall? I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Allard. Long have I borne witness to the man's arrogance, and long has it... I visited his manor once. I recall that he was rather particular about the placement of his paintings. Mayhap he's concealed aught behind one. 'Tis just the sort of thing one would expect from a man who places so much stock in appearances. Shall I summon him here? You could make use of his absence to steal into his manor and inspect his art collection. Excellent. I will send word to him presently of some urgent matter that requires his intervention. Once you've seen him depart his manor, make your way inside and stay alive.
Let us make for Minister Allard's estate, and slip in once we've seen him leave. Follow me. I will guide you to the location.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
We've arrived, just as planned.
Perhaps this will serve as evidence.
Minister Allard is a noble, yes? Then it stands to reason that Captain Brandt would know of him. Follow me. I will guide you to the location.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
A fine spot to take my mind off my troubles.
A lonely place. Not without its charms.
There's comfort in the humdrum of daily life.
Quite the predicament.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use.
Here we are.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? The fine wares all. Politics this morning. Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
That's one piece of evidence in hand. We might search for more, if you're so inclined, Master.
You have my support.
Methinks we have ample evidence of the minister's misdeeds. Shall we go confer with Lady Wilhelmina? I take it you've some business with this person. Then pray, follow me.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Welcome to the Star Dropit. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to... Always a pleasure.
Go on, have a look.
Our been here so long.
No more!
Have to do something.
My heart
This
cannot
bodes
take
ill.
it.
I'd never leave.
That's quite enough! Fine battle today.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. To think that the proprietress of the Myrmecolian was plotting such a thing. Under normal circumstances, I would not overlook such a clear admission of murderous intent. But this is Allard we speak of. Of all the Queen Regent's sycophants, he possesses his fall from grace would do much to further our cause. But where to perhaps the merchants he deals with possess aught that could merchants with connections to Allard will reside in the merchant quarter. Though they're not likely to divulge their secrets readily. Some piece of physical evidence would be far less easily refuted than mere testimony, I should think. Interesting. So Allard has been leveraging his position to line his pockets. Right under the Queen Regent's nose. I doubt she will be happy to learn of this. Yes, this should be more than however, 'tis not enough for me to condone his assassination, of course. If your intent is not to kill him, but merely denounce him, then I will gladly assist you however I can. I see. Enlisting the aid of Regent King Sven. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to mayhap. Regent King Sven's assistance would grant us some... This is a memorandum of Allard's. According to this, afore attaining his current status, he was in the employ of a merchant. And in order to claim the merchant's property as his own, he murdered the man and his wife, staging it as an accident. It is a grave affair indeed. Should this article prove genuine, I have every faith 'twould be sufficient to condemn him for all time. The deed was monstrous, and yet, considering my position, I am afraid I cannot condone the man's assassination. I know not the path I should follow. What is your intent going forward, Your Majesty? Very well. I would place my faith in you, Your Majesty. However, know that should he be assassinated, I cannot offer you my aid. Now, pray bear the evidence you've discovered to the Myrmecolian. I will do everything in my power to assist you.
So the captain is willing to aid you only if you do not stain your hands in blood. I hope you shan't disappoint him.
You have my support.
I keep feeling eyes on the back of my head. I might nod off if I'm not careful. I quite like.
What's the wind blow my hair every which way?
We're here, and none the worse for...
We shall await you here, Master.
We've arrived, just as planned.
This work's dreadfully dull. I get paid.
From me to bear what young
What a delightful breeze.
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off.
Fine spot.
From me to bear what young shoulders.
So, you've returned. I confess, I thought you might not. I was ready to settle things. Well, did you find what you were looking for? Thank you. I can't believe you found this. All that remains is to end that man's life with my own hands. I've no other tasks for you. This partnership of ours has come to a close. Unless you intend to see this through till the end. You're a curious one, aren't you? But what's just as curious is that I can't bring myself to refuse you. All right, if you're offering your aid, then I'll gladly accept it. Come with me.
From me to bear what you ought to be said.
Allard is in the room to the left. Go in and restrain him for me, would you? Never mind the mask. Consider it a charm of sorts.
At last. It feels like an age has... What is this? Who are you?
Don't let him escape.
Get your hands off me, you fiend! Don't you know who I am? Oh, you hang for this impudence!
Oh, Allard. I've always wanted to see you like this.
That voice... Wilhelmina! But why? Why would you...
Do you still fail to recall? Even with this mask staring you in the face. But I suppose for a man such as you, a little murder here or there is hardly worth remembering.
What mockery is this?
In your youth, you slew 2 individuals. The merchant whom you served, and his wife. They had a child, as I am sure you are aware. A newborn babe who was spirited away by her loyal wet nurse.
You mean to tell me you were their child? But how can this be? Your mother, she was a beastren. Surely her child would be one as well.
A fair assumption. But for better or worse, I didn't take after my mother. Save for in one respect. This is for my mother. And this is for my father. The time has come for all your sins to come to light, Allard.
Mr. Allard, has something happened?
We've been I suppose a scream that hideous was bound to attract some attention. We can't leave the way we came in. We've been noticed. I suppose a scream that we can't leave the way we came in.
I was afraid I might find you here. I cannot believe you would stoop to such... No. You will be able to slip out the rear entrance. Follow me.
That was certainly well handled. I suppose I ought not to have expected any less. Pray, visit me at the Myrmecolian tomorrow evening. I'll prepare aught by way of thanks. Till then, be well.
You are in need of healing. Allow me.
Wait right there.
It seems we must part ways for the time being.
I cannot afford a moment's incaution.
Only fools and urchins boast of their coin.
This ladder looks sturdy enough.
I cannot believe it. You killed Allard. You realize this could jeopardize our plans for your ascension. I will do what I can to obscure your involvement in this matter. However, bear in mind that you may have to shoulder the burden of your own heedlessness in future.
Fancy a look at my wares? Faring well, I hope.
Things at once.
Shall we get some rest then?
I return
Good morrow, everyone.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Ready to forge on?
Our soldiers need better training. The rules at your left.
Say, have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad... to assist you. Do come again.
What else needs doing?
Look, as long as... Won't someone do aught about this?
Anywhere's better than the middle of a crowd.
We shall remain here.
sure what to do.
I wonder if anyone else shares my soul. Always a fresh breeze blowing round here.
Thank you. I finally achieved my purpose here, and I owe it all to you. 'Twould seem the residents of the palace have chosen to treat Allard's untimely passing as an accident. I imagine they deemed it safer not to make a fuss of the incident after perusing the evidence you uncovered for me. Shrewd as a den of foxes. I'll give them that. I truly cannot thank you enough, but I want to try. Just this once, I'll give you something special. I'll grant unto you the sweetest of dreams. I know not what I would do without you. You have my thanks, but 'tis time to say farewell for now. Just know that my bordlery will e'er be your haven, should you have need of it.
There's aught to be said. Time was, you scarce saw any beastrons here in Vernworth, but that's changed in recent years. You'd think that'd be on account of immigration. At least I've never had. If we keep mixing, someday our king...
Over here, if you... Wood.
I'd sooner stay out of that where it possible.
Lovely disposition, but almost wish all would happen to shake things
Where to
up.
next?
At least my back's not acting up.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Ah, excellent find.
There's got to be something fun to do.
Haste makes waste, as they say.
I'd fain hear you speak on any subject, friend. Would you lend your ear to my request? Many thanks.
I don't mind crowds, but the noise grates on me. you in such a... You're here! I've been waiting for...
I've got time for a natter if you do.
Not a care in the world.
I'm in no hurry to leave.
The monster's really scary. I've never
Say,
seen one.
do I know you from somewhere?
Puts me in the mood for a song, it does.
Slim pickings of late.
Haste makes waste, as they say.
Days like this
Finally, some peace and quiet.
Oh, almost forgot. Can't believe things half done.
It's been a hard day. Now here's a welcome
I hope I can get some sleep. Or a comfy bedroll.
At once, Master.
Now, this is a place to forget one's
Interested in my wares? I'll take any chance.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
This ox cart's bound for the I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Hubris is man's worst enemy.
You're here!
Now,
I've
here's a
been waiting
welcome
for you.
sight. There's no easy thing, making a living as a soldier.
Off we trot.
At least I can go.
Fine.
Ray, light your lantern, Master.
I'm still waiting on that report.
Must hold out to some.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
Like orb. 'Twas stolen from me while I was delivering it, and if Master Everard should find out, he'd wring my neck. 'Tis no exaggeration. He's had people killed afore, more than a few, to be quite truthful. Working under a man such as him, I'd only get chewed up till he decided to spit me out. That jewel was my last hope. Unless you were to find it for me, would you?
The Jade Orb could be anywhere now. Perchance we ought to speak with someone who has experience in banditry.
Pray, sir, seek out the As for where to look, you could try on.
Miss Tricia mentioned that her father resides in the Checkpoint Rest Town. Shall we pay him a visit, Master? Follow me, Master.
Shame there aren't as many folk. I rather enjoyed hearing the one about the Gigantus. 'Tis said to descend in times of conflict. Sounds like the last.
Over here, if you please.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? Have you come from Vernworth, the ancient battleground to the north? In times past, 'twas safe enough a night. Since a few days past, skeletons and phantoms have made this then. It could be that aught's befallen the cenotaph. I'd heard the spirits had calmed somewhat. Say, if I cannot dissuade you from traversing the ancient battleground, would you consider passing by the cenotaph?
Pray.
Could it be aught's befallen the cenotaph? I'd heard the spirits had calmed. If I cannot dissuade you...
Slow and steady gets...
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Gladly stay a while. Tomorrow will be no
Well, there's always demand for weapons, particularly near the border where quarrels are. Always a pleasure.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin.
It's this way.
Take a better mind than mine to solve this. Into coke growing in.
Over here.
Reckon your road's been a long one. Trade towns can make you wise.